Activate your personal shield and get your trait to level 3, because it's time for the Star Wars Battlefront podcast. Welcome to the
Star Wars Battlefront podcast,
episode 10.
Today we're going to be going over the review that we recently received,
and go over some Battlefront news.
Then we're going to be having a discussion on what we would like to see for a Star Wars Battlefront story mode.
Let's get started.
Our review comes in from 1010_57. It's a 5-star review. I've been playing Star Wars Battlefront since the release date, and had a look for a podcast just on the off chance and found this one by @TyeDyeSheepFIlms. Some good pointers on how to rank up. Discussions on star cards, maps, and characters have all come in useful for me. Especially enjoyed the recent Charmin Extra Soft episodes. Keep up the good work. Smiley face.
This guy right here, his name is Gregory, and he's one of our Twitter followers. Last week we got an update on the results on the crazy Star Wars Battlefront Community Challenge event that took place over the holidays, where we as a community had to play as Han Solo or Luke Skywalker for 500,000 hours, and we destroyed it. Darth Vader destroys people, you know?
Yeah, I know.
He destroys people.
Sure. Yeah, whatever.
Or like a thermal imploder destroys
How about you just get on with the result? Everyone's waiting.
And the result is
1.2 million hours. Haha, I ruined it.
Sam, I was like building so much suspense right there.
We crashed it with 1.2 million hours as Luke or Han Solo.
For our reward, we are receiving a January update that, quote, directly ties to Han Solo and Luke Skywalker, end quote. We will also, quote, want to look to Hoth for the fruits of our labor, end quote. So this could most likely mean
Tauntauns.
That'd be pretty cool, don't you think, Sam?
No, I'd rather have Wampas. That's just me. I'd like to crush things.
As a Wampa. You just want to, like, get your arm cut off as a Wampa or something? No?
Sure.
That'd be pretty cool if in the game and you met, like, Luke Skywalker, like a Jedi, or Darth Vader, you can get your arm cut off, and then you have a certain amount of limbs you can lose before you
yeah,
keep
it's so cool to cut your arms off and stuff.
Before you die.
Okay, on to the news. Sage, tell us the remainder.
EA/DICE are also taking in consideration the fans' desperate plea for an expanded single player. So this means that they will most likely add some more stuff into the missions area. I'm hoping a story mode. What about you, Sam?
I also would like a story mode.
Or just some kind of... What I really would like is to see all of the multiplayer game modes
with AI?
With AI. That would be awesome. Or where you could team up with your couch co-op friend and then play against a horde of AIs or something like that.
Basically like survival though.
Because, yeah, well, not everybody has internet and they can't play Battlefront to its fullest if they don't have internet. They probably couldn't even play it completely because you have to update it at the beginning. So someone on Twitter asked a developer of Star Wars Battlefront, I think it's a developer or EA, if there will be a story mode, and he said that it wasn't out of the question, so we might see a story mode coming to Battlefront in the future, which is the topic of our main discussion. Sam, what would you like to see in a Star Wars Battlefront story mode?
I would like to see the original trilogy in Star Wars Battlefront.
What do you mean by that?
That means you can play episode 4, 5, and 6 in a story campaign.
As the troopers instead of the heroes?
Both.
Both?
Yeah, both.
Both. That sounds like something they'd have to make a whole new game out of.
Well, you asked me for story mode, and I told you my opinion. Now, you can say yours.
So that's how a discussion works. I'm hoping they go after the Star Wars Battlefront Twilight Company book, where you are actually the Rebel Alliance and you go around different planets having to defeat the Empire or defeat the Rebels if you're the Empire side. Don't you think that'd be pretty cool? You have to take cities, make sure that you don't kill any of the residents, unless you're the Empire side, and then you can kill the residents, because those guys are meanies.
True, that sounds pretty cool.
And then you can have space battles, because I know everybody is wanting space battles. Sam, I know you have something to say about space battles.
I like space battles, but that's a lot better than the dog fights that they have.
You don't like Fighter Squadron?
No, that's my least favorite game mode.
Are you for real?
Yes.
What about Drop Zone?
I never played that, but I would like it more than Fire Squadron.
How do you know? You've never played it before.
Well, I heard that because in Hero Hunt, I watched a video that they said they might patch Hero Hunt where, you know how in Hero Hunt when you kill someone, the last guy with the hit gets to be the hero?
Oh, yeah.
They might fix that to where
It's the most damage taken?
they thought about that, but there's this post on Reddit that said that however damage you did to it, say you did 30% damage or 40% damage, you would have 40% chance to be the next hero.
Oh.
So they were talking about that, but it might not happen.
I would like that a lot better than Hero Hunt now, because that game is so infuriating.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like it because of that.
I mean, you get the guy down completely, 90 health you take away from him, and then this one little punk with a DL-44 comes and one-shots the guy and then becomes a hero.
One time I on death threw a thermal imploder, killed Princess Leia, and someone else won. Because when you die, you can't be the hero.
Oh. Man, that game is just so...
I actually won it one time. That was 50 kills.
One time. That was an achievement,
Yeah,
too.
the only reason we did this for the achievement.
That was the hardest game mode we have ever played. We were taking turns playing it. I got the hero like 4 or 5 times out of that whole like 2 hours of playing. That's how low a chance you have of getting the hero. Because of all these other guys are still killing. Did I say still killing? Kill stilling every hero.
Well, we got a little off topic, so let's go back to our main discussion of a Battlefront story mode.
What would you want, Sam?
I've discussed this already. The original trilogies, I would like to see that. I know the Battlefront, the 2, I'm not familiar with number 1. It might have done that. But I know the 2 I played campaign, it was the Clone Wars that I did. And I know you can play a little bit of the original trilogy, but I don't think it's campaign. It's more like battles.
Another thing that could be in place of like an actual story mode, like say something from The Force Unleashed, they could have a campaign. I still don't know. The draw to campaigns is just like barely any storyline, and then you go shoot people.
I like campaigns.
What do you like about them?
You shoot people.
That's just like Battlefront right now, except offline.
I wish they would add Star Wars Force Awakens DLC.
Yeah. We still haven't heard anything at all about the Season Pass or any of the DLC in the Season Pass. We haven't even heard anything more about the January update, and it's January 21st as we're recording this. We've only got 10 more days until January's over.
What do you think about... Didn't they have a leak?
Yeah, they did have a leak. EA Brazil, for some reason, released this video, and it had outfits for Luke and Leia for some reason. I don't even know what the heck that's about. When it was said, this guy said, look to Hoth for the fruits of our labor, and then directly ties to Han and Luke. What the heck's Leia got to do with it? And then a new Tatooine map. Why wouldn't they just add a new map for everything?
That's for the January update?
That's
They're talking about?
Yeah, that's what this was leaked.
What
And-
kind of map?
I don't know. They removed the video. I couldn't watch it.
So right when they accidentally posted it, they removed it?
Yeah.
Some people saw it, though?
Yeah, some people saw it. I guess...
They should have screen recorded it.
I know. It's just, the guy or girl that uploaded that, they're probably, like, so mad at themselves. They're like, why did I do that? I'm gonna get fired for doing that. And then another thing was daily challenges and then weekly events or something like that. I think that would be pretty cool. And something we haven't talked about on this podcast is the notion that they're going to release more free DLC. Because after they released the Battle of Jakku, they said we will be releasing more free DLC in the future. So you can have the season pass, $50, and you get all of that. And then on top of that, you're going to get more DLC. That's amazing.
But they should release some info about it. Because you
I
spend
know.
$50 for nothing you even know. Usually season passes tell you what you're getting.
Yeah. It's been... When did they release that they were going to do a season pass?
They released it with the game. You could pre-order it.
Yeah, so November 17th, right? November 17th. That's November, December, now it's January. 3 months and they haven't even said anything at all about it. They're just like, hey, give us $50, and then you get this promise that you're going to get content. But we're not going to tell you what that content is, because they probably even don't know what it is.
The only reason we pre-ordered it is because it was cheaper. Because we're going to want to buy all the DLC for it.
Yeah. This is one of the few games that we ever wanted to buy the DLC for. Or actually bought the DLC for. We wanted to buy the DLC for a bunch of other games, like Mario Kart.
Well, speaking of Battlefront, we reached rank 50.
Yes.
Like, we reached it 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah. We're trying to tell our cousins about it, and they went offline. They're like off-grid completely.
All their internet's off, so...
Yeah, they've got some kind of plan that they have for their internet, where they've got a certain amount of data that they use each month. We've had that before, and it was terrible. It was so annoying, because we'd hit that top, and then we wouldn't have internet for, like, the last week of the month or something like that. And then the couple times that they have been on, they're like, gotta go, we don't want to waste Wi-Fi. And then they'll just blip up for a second and go off completely. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, well, right when we reached rank 50, we bought the Twi'lek and Dark Trooper right off the bat.
Yeah, we are still saving up to get all of the other characters. We've got almost 11,000 credits.
Right now?
Yeah.
Then we're probably gonna buy the Rodian Corn maybe.
I still like the Celestin. He is cool.
The only reason the Twi'lek looks the coolest in my opinion.
Yeah, but the bad thing about that is because when you reach rank 50, you want to use the rank 50 characters, but then sometimes you want to sometimes you want to use those other guys, and then people are gonna be like, hey, he's a low rank guy. He's got one of those low rank aliens over there.
Yeah, I like Dark Trooper's the coolest. I think he looks cooler than the Scout.
I think he looks like a melted piece of pixels or something. He just looks really poorly made.
I think he looks good.
I think he just looks poorly made in the shading or something like that. I don't know, it just looks off to me. The
shininess?
The Scout Trooper looks a lot more worn.
On Tatooine maps like that, Jakku, he has sand on him.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Mud on certain maps. Another story mode possibility could be how they got the Death Star plans in Rogue One. That
would be really cool. That would be a good prepper for the Rogue One movie, which I still am pretty certain is them getting the Death Star plans.
You pretty sure about that?
I'm pretty sure about that. You know what's crap is all of the people that have been complaining about The Force Awakens have said it's just A New Hope redone. It's a remastered version of New Hope, and it's not even good. But the Return of the Jedi movie, can you guess what? It had a Death Star 2 in it. It had a shield generator that you had to destroy. You had to go in and blow up some weakness inside. How much more could you get like a New Hope? And people, that's people's favorite Star Wars movie.
The reason they did that is for nostalgia.
I know. I mean, they've got it's a whole brand new story. Not getting into spoilers or anything, but I would really like to do a spoiler episode sometime soon. Thinking when it goes out on DVD or Blu-ray, we should do a spoiler episode.
And then we were talking to this one guy, and he said that Kylo Ren was a cheap impersonation of Darth Vader.
I don't think. That's just crazy. Another thing they could do if they want to go over into the Force Awakens area, they could do some Force Awakens campaign or something like that. Maybe go into maybe like a fighter squadron kind of thing, but campaign-wise and has a story. I still want where they have you go in there, take a city from the Empire or the Rebel Alliance, and then you got to go in there, capture the main area in the middle, and then have like some cutscenes at the beginning and in the middle. That would be pretty cool. And it doesn't have to be multiplayer, people. EA. Not everything has to be multiplayer. Like all of the new EA stuff right now is multiplayer. Battlefield, Plants vs. Zombies, that's even multiplayer. Getting back on topic, Sam, what do you think they could do if they were to go the Force Awakens side and story campaign?
Well, they already denied adding Star Wars Force Awakens DLC.
But before that, they said it's not out of the question to add it. So
possibly.
That's still, I mean, just tell us something. It's just so
I think it'd be
crazy
cool if they had a Star Wars Force Awakens Heroes vs. Villains.
Oh, that would be
like
pretty
they
cool.
had the normal one and then the Star Wars Force Awakens one where you could be like old Luke, Rey,
that would be
Chewbacca.
That would be good, and you don't have to go through doing all of the new weapons, refiguring the whole game. That would be really really cool. And then maybe work in a kind of story line to get them all in the same place, because Heroes vs. Villains right now is protect Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine, who's not even moves in the movie. I mean, he doesn't even show his lightsaber in the movie, which is probably why they didn't add it. And he just sits in his chair pretty much the whole time.
Yes, Darth Vader, protect me with your lightsaber. But he uses his electricity.
Yeah. Because they're like, Boba Fett's there too. We hired him. Yep.
Boba Fett's awesome.
I know. And then they're like, protect Luke and Leia. Han Solo as well. I mean, what? That's not
Solo as well.
That's crap. Why don't you say protect Han Solo, Princess Leia, and Luke Skywalker instead of adding Luke? I mean,
in the
Han
movie,
Solo.
Han Solo's not even really a team player.
Not
much.
in the last one he is.
Yeah, well,
Like, he's a general in the Rebel Alliance, man.
and then they say Boba Fett is at risk too. Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Name's
I w-
Boba.
I wonder if it's really Boba Fett or Boba Fett.
Boba. It's not Baba, B-A-B-A. Baba.
That would be funny. They're like, Baba! 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 I bet that's what Boba Fett said to Jango when he was a kid. Like, Baba, Baba!
I'll name you freak little clone son, Baba.
We were talking about that earlier today. Like, he's not actually Jango Fett's son. He's the same person, pretty much. I mean, he's to the atom the same person. I hope they add some kind of weird old Boba Fett or something in the next Star Wars movie. That would be pretty funny. He's like jetpacking around. Because he survived that.
Yeah.
I wonder why they didn't add him.
I think clones age slower, maybe.
Well, and Boba Fett, he was actually an unaltered clone. So that means he ages the same as real humans. Well, the clones actually age faster. That's it for today. Thanks for listening to the
Star Wars Battlefront podcast.
If you would like to be featured in this podcast,
Leave a review on iTunes or tweet us at
TyeDyeSheepYT, or email us
battlefrontpodcast@gmail.com.
if you feel you would give a good perspective on the podcast. We are open to special guests. Email us if you are interested. We're also thinking about opening a Patreon. Email us if you would think you would like that. Or if you would like that, email us something you would like in return for that donation.
May the Force be with you.
Always. Like a theme song?
Okay, let's get this done.
Well, we had to.
The shipment can't move if you have it surrounded.